LA.
So today is the 6th. It's March 6th already. It felt like we already hit the first a couple days ago. So that tells you something. But I've only been in these 6 days, I've only ran twice. So I have 11 miles under my belt for this month, which I'm behind. So I know I'm gonna try sometime this week to get 2 10-mile runs in, maybe a little more, maybe like 14-mile runs in, just so I could catch up. Still aiming for that 100 miles a month, and or 1,000 miles for the year. I went out and I drank, and I got drunk for the first time. I drank a little bit like on Christmas and Thanksgiving. I just took some shots with my family. I didn't get drunk at all. And again, when I start drinking, I start having fun. And I like to garner attention, and I like to have a good time, and I did. But I got to the point where I was pretty drunk. I was just sitting there even the bartender. It's a bar that I've been to many times, and the same bartender's been there a long time. She's a really cool lady, but she cut me off. I didn't get aggressive or nothing, but I know that she was just keeping an eye on me. So I'm thankful for her and whoever was looking over me. The spirits of God. Shout out to my Uber driver that got me back safe. I want to start off by this. I'm a competitive person. When I drink, I like to say how I feel. And I get a little butthurt, I like to be included. Not even necessarily as an artist, because I know I suck at art, I'm not a very creative individual. And I kind of don't have the energy to put myself out there. Being bullied and being made fun of and having my confidence killed, it affects me a lot more to face rejection. And I know it's going to hold me back. But, I still do my best throughout all this bitterness within inside me, But I do feel like a lame the day after when I wake up. I'm like, what did I say on social media? What did I say to this person? What did I say? What did I put out into the world, I didn't do anything stupid where I didn't get kicked out of a bar. I didn't fucking, but I just want to say, so not to sound bitter again, but I can't really be fooled, And we could just encourage each other from afar, but one, because of myself, it's my self-control. And I'm not gonna lie, it's hard for me to share in others' happiness when I've been feeling so low about myself, when even my own self has been my biggest enemy, And I'm the kind of person, when I see somebody doing something, I'm like, you're just trying to compete with me, aren't you? Like, oh, I can't fuck with you. You're just doing everything to try to show off or show that you're better than me. And you know what I mean? Like, I have thin skin. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sensitive and I'm emotional, and it's part of it. Just like remember me. Like a lot of people have opinions about situations and scenarios that other people go through. But then again, like I should just be quiet and let people live their life, you know. And like whoever's in my life right now, you know, is gonna be in my life, and who's not isn't. It's not real in a sense. Like I'm not in your life, you're not in mine. But why are we in each other's business, you know? And yeah. But I had a great time. I met like these two brothers. Like as soon as first of all, I took the train there. And then as you guys will see in my vlog, I went to King Taco, get some really good tacos, man. Their tacos are fire, man. I don't really eat out that much, you know. I've been craving Chinese food. I've been refraining from it. You know, I just go to the market, make my sandwiches, buy my can of beans, boil my eggs, I'll make avocado. You know, I remember that even like when I was driving home drunk on the Uber, I kept wanting to tell the Uber guy like, hey, can we stop at McDonald's or something? But I was pretty drunk and just like out of it. I'm grateful for him, you know, because I remember when I walked in front of the bar, like my Uber guy got there and it said that he was there for like at least a couple minutes. I walked across the street where I thought he was, but it was another car. And then being super drunk, all of a sudden my Uber just pulls up next to me. I guess he was looking for me. I mean, it was a $39 ride, so I guess he didn't want to lose that ride. Other times, if you make them wait, they'll just leave. And so I just hop in. And hey, it was a good ride. I don't remember ever getting out of the Uber and back into my place, but I do remember looking in the fridge, and my folks brought some leftovers, so I ate some leftovers, which I'm glad, because if I didn't eat, I probably would have felt more like shit in the morning. So I'm gonna go backwards. And when I woke up in the morning, I fucking like the nerves that lead to my head were hurting, and I was feeling like shit. I was kind of like, I didn't want to move too much because I could have thrown up. But I was like, nah, I just got to eat. And I let my folks kind of do their thing in the kitchen. And I knew my daughter was coming, so I just wanted to mentally get my mind ready for that. It's kind of irresponsible, but honestly, like me being hungover and hanging with my kid kind of balanced me out, because I was like around my family. I didn't have the energy to think negative or think bitterly. I was actually like more humble, because like I said, I woke up the next day from getting drunk. Like, what did I do? Did I do anything stupid? I'm so used to like drinking too much, getting aggressive, or doing something just retarded, you know? And but I'm kind of proud of myself that I didn't really do anything stupid. I was probably being annoying to like people in the audience, like people in the bar. They probably thought I was like a lame, or, you know, guys, I was being like flamboyant and stuff, you know? Because inside I'm weak, you know? I'm a weak person, you know? And I was just happy to be out. They don't know my life. They don't know that I fucking work hard and exercise. And I was getting some attention from females, but like I said, I just was having a good time, and I kind of drank a little too much, where I was like super like, I remember there was this a black female. Her and I were like, she was like dancing on me a little bit. She kept saying, like, she liked me. She kept saying, I'm too old for you. She's like 38. Her brother and his wife were there. But she was like chilling with me, and I was having conversations with like older dudes and their older wives. They're really cool, really sweet people. And I met these two brothers. They're like, you know, Hispanics. Like, they're half Puerto Rican, half Mexican. And they ended up being real cool. They were kind of looking out for me a little bit. And the older brother and him and I were like partners playing pool. And like, we had such a good time that like a lot of the bar was like kind of focusing in on what we were doing. You know, I was kind of being loud, like being super excited in the game. We were trash talking. It was super fun, man. It was really cool. We were playing against like this black dude and like this white girl. The black dude was just like the homie of like these two couples. He was a super cool dude. He was really like sweet guy. He wasn't like being like a jerk or nothing. And then the lady, she was like this white lady, like her man was just watching her play. And she was talking a lot of shit too. We were talking shit to each other. And like, I remember looking at the crowd, and a lot of people were like watching what we were doing. And, you know, I was just attracting a lot of attention. And it was cool, man. It was cool. There was one like older, like he was a security dude. I don't even know if he was security, but he was like an older man. He was kind of like that weird guy in Willy Wonka with the glasses. Always pops out of nowhere. And like, I don't know, he was like, I don't know if he was like a security guard, like always just coming, like approaching me at a certain point wherever he thought maybe I could have went over the edge and got a little aggressive. But anyway, I figured like he was like a crutch. He was kind of looking out for me. But he was kind of he started questioning me because I was watching. There's just a female UFC fighter. She was fighting in the co-main event. And I got super excited when she won. You know, I really wanted her to win. She's from Mexico. You know, my people are from there, you know. I ain't talking about the fucking cartels who fuck with that country. I'm talking about, like, you know, because, dude, the media only shows, like, if that's just all cartel country. But there's good people, you know. And she's, like, the first Mexican-born woman UFC champion. When she won, I got super excited. I was like, yeah. So I was like, yeah. And everybody else started cheering too. And like all the other, I had spoke with a couple guys who were Mexican. They were going for a grasso, so I just gave them a high five. And all of a sudden, like, oh, he started questioning me about, like, if it was wrong that I was going for someone who comes from the country my ancestors came from. I just thought that was kind of whack. So I stopped kind of even. I just had like, all right, I had a red flag went up and I watched that guy, you know. And I was having a good time, man. I had a really great time, and I wish I didn't get too drunk, because like I said, there was a couple times some females gave me attention. They're like, oh no, this was pretty, like, he's just super out of it. But other than that, like, I don't know, I ended up leaving at the right time. I'm glad I did, but before, because there was a cover charge, like $15 to get into that bar to watch the UFC fight. So the main card didn't start till 7, so I got there like at 5:30, so I ate, and it started like around 6. So I went to another bar called Barney's Beanery, and I noticed there was a bunch of stickers in there. I want to go in there and put some stickers up. And I went in there and I sat right there, like the first seat at the bar, and talking to some of the really, really attractive females that worked there. I just sat there and had a couple drinks and put some stickers up. It was a cool time right there. It was like my little pregame. And that's when I showed up to that other bar, and it was chill. But I don't like to drink. I don't like the way it makes my body feel. It is poison. And once in every blue moon is pretty cool. But, yeah, I don't really like the hangover. But anyway, like I said, like, that mood that I was in with my kid, it was cool. Like, I had like, I forgot for my little brother, it was his birthday, and my family went on a little vacation, so my sisters wanted, I guess, I didn't even realize it yesterday, which was Sunday. So I was like around my family. I was like hungover, so I was in like a mellow mood, you know. I didn't have no energy, and I was just having a really good time with my daughter. She looks beautiful. She has super light skin, like a little güerita, and she has dark eyebrows. She's a beautiful kid. Yeah. What's up, bro? And then she has a little attitude. She has like a little attitude. I'm gonna make sure I get some alone time with her. It's kind of hard to get alone time with her, especially since she only comes over for a couple hours. I mean, like, hey, let's go to the store, just you and I, you know, or, you know, like those little gaps of just her and I, like, they happen more when I have her for more than one afternoon, you know. I want to get in her head, like, how come when I talk to you sometimes you're kind of like, you know, because you don't know. You don't know if she doesn't feel comfortable, like if she doesn't feel like that's her home, you know, like that they just go in the fridge. I'm just kind of reflecting on how I used to feel when I used to go visit my biological father on the weekends. And like, there was a time where I accidentally like ate. Like, I didn't feel like I could ever eat. Like I would never feel comfortable ever going inside of his fridge, you know, ever going in his fridge to get what I wanted to eat, or like I never felt at home, you know, and that's his fault, you know. And I remember one time I accidentally ate like one of his muffins or something, and he made a big deal about it. But he had like a fucked up attitude towards it. So like, I just want to let my daughter know, like, I want to know these things, you know. I want to know if you don't feel comfortable. And so we had a good time, and then all of a sudden, like, my sister left because she's the one that picked up my daughter, and I was like, where'd my sister go? She's like, oh, she's gonna go get your brother a cake. Oh, cool, we're gonna sing him happy birthday. You know, it was a good vibe, you know. I wasn't in a fucked up mood. I was just more like, all right, control your mood because you are hungover. And so I was really just sitting there. I was like a hump on a log with my kid, and I just felt good about it. Like, I wasn't like overthinking, like, oh, we got to do all this. We got to make up for all this lost time, you know, nothing like that. I really want to take her to Santa Monica and hang out at the pier and play games, though. When the summer comes, I'll make sure to do that. And we had a good time, and all of a sudden, the conversation came up to eat. Like, it was like lunchtime, like almost 2:33. you gonna do? My sister's like, let's just order pizza. I kind of didn't really want pizza. But then my mom wanted to ask my brother what he would have liked to eat. And he wanted some Olive Garden. So that was cool. We all got ready to go. And I hadn't really sat at a table and eat with my family. And, you know, whatever truths and feelings that were underneath that wanted to come out, or whatever anxiousness or whatever uncomfortability I had sitting in front of like any of my family members, you know, we all worked through it. And I looked around, I'm like, you know what? I looked at my family's eyes and they didn't have like these ugly looks. Like they didn't have like this bitter look toward me or nothing like that. You know what I mean? So I was like, it made me feel good. Like, okay, well, you know, I'm happy. Look, my brother looks like he's like not judging me. You know, my stepdad doesn't look like he hates me. Like, cause you know, those ugly looks in the eye, you can always, like, the eyes tell the truth, you know? And I was like, you know what, maybe like not everybody's been what I've been through, you know? Not everybody's as bitter as me or as aggressive and angry and, you know, self-loathing as me, and even like bitter towards the world as me, you know? And I like that. I always told myself growing up, I'd rather be the one that had to go through all this fucked up shit, you know, than any of my family, you know, being made fun of. Even how like my peers think about me, they think I'm a pussy, like times where I didn't fucking, whatever fucking street rules they want to follow, I don't even give a fuck, you know? Even my own family, they think they know truths about me. Like, I was a cocky son of a bitch, you know? I never folded on anybody, you know? I admitted to shit that I did. I admitted to some shit where I was like, damn, did I really do that? Like, did I really sit there and like fucking tell the cops, like, what the fuck do you think, you know? I remember they asked me, are you so-and-so? Like, they were like if they caught fucking Batman, you know? I like sat back, I was like, what do you think? You know, they were after me, man. They wanted to catch me. I was like a meal for those wolves, you know? They were trying to get raises, you know? I'm on somebody's resume that makes them look good, even though it's so pity because it's so stupid, it's so silly because it's art. You know, but like I said, a lot of people would like to comment from the sidelines, probably because they're doing better than me, probably because they're more fortunate fathers. And I should just stay away from the business because, like I said, hyenas roll in packs. You know what I mean? So, but it was a cool weekend. I had fun. You know, it's a big world and you can't really, when I go out, I have such a good time, like, but I wish, like, I don't know, I would love to be like this person, a celebrity, to like every time I go out, it's like all eyes are on me, and not even just that, with people, I make people happy, you know, but also like attract beautiful women, you know, and party and have a good time, you know what I mean? And you know, I'm still young, I'm only 32, and that could happen. It's gonna happen one day when my success comes. People are gonna want to be around me. People can say all they want, oh, they hit their prime already, or that's, you know, they're a dry sponge, you know, they're a wasted paper towel. Their purpose already passed. But nah, I don't believe in that, man. I got life and I got breath, and I have a lot to share, and I have a lot going against me, but I know, and I know you know. Anyway, I'm happy I came for my run. I feel good about it. I work tomorrow morning, but I'm happy I came for this run. I was like kind of like not depressed, but I was just like, again, like, what does this runs do for me? You know, what does this do for me? Blah blah blah. So I also had another idea that, you know, I know I'm fooling myself. Like, I'm tired of pretending like I'm this great music artist when I don't even really try. You can't be great at something if you don't really put your all into it. Like, you know, you can't, you know, like, it's just, that's kind of like crazy. You're just crazy. You're delusional, you know, you're being phony. Like, I'm not the best fucking, like, I just know how to, like, I just like to see my name up, you know. I like to see other people say, oh, what's super, like, I don't know, and I'm pretty sure I could go out and fucking get a bunch of colors of cans and, you know, write my name. You know, I already have the base of it, the kind of letters that I like to do, and I could, you know, but I do things alone. You know, I don't trust people. You know, I lost a lot of trust in my neighbors, and so I don't go out there and like take my time. And I do toy letters. I just like to get my name in certain spots. I still do stuff to where like you can't really be there that long. You gotta hurry up and get in and get out. So, you know, it's something I like to exercise. You know, I like to exercise. I like to read books. I like to find these certain moments in books, like that book Johnny Got a Gun. These last 2 chapters, chapter 9 and 10 of the first part of the book, like part 1. Man, those chapters, I was getting lost in reading it, lost in the character. I was like emphasizing, I was understanding, I was empathizing with that character. And man, those last 2 chapters were fucking crazy. You know, just what the author was saying. You could tell, even though it was a fictional book, like they were putting their feelings and emotions in the story, you know, and it was amazing. Yeah. So anyway, that's what I like about books, you know. My favorite part, you know. Some books take forever to finally get to a part where, like, okay, I read through all these words just to get to this certain part. That profound, you know, literature. Those parts in the books that, like, wow, you know, would make the author great. And yeah, so still young. I gotta just chill and yeah, take my breaks when I can. I'm gonna miss my daughter, and anyway, y'all, take care. And to my competitors, like I said, I'm just competitive, bitter. You know, you guys are better. You guys have all the social network. You guys have the fucking, are the happy-go-lucky people like to be around. Hey, let this spark some sense of competitive nature in you as well. Let it push you to go and fucking do more and do better and quiet your doubters or whatever, you know. That's it, you know. I'll take it however you want, actually. But what I'm saying is, I wish you the best, and I wish you many more success. So, yeah, peace. I tried to do some monkey bars, but this thing hurts. Maybe I've been a bitch. Beautiful day. Lucky day. Last bag of Fritos. I don't fuck with the chili cheese. And they finally got some fucking... Finally got you. Finally got you. Let's go. How much is Skippy? That's expensive. I'm gonna get 2 of these. Damn, I want the crunchy.